This is your monthly horoscope for June of 2022. What's going on here? Now, we're going to have a new moon in Cancer, but that's at the very end of the month. I'm going to be talking about that in a minute, but that shows a new beginning for lots of you. And especially if you have planets around 7 degrees of Cancer, you will feel it the most. So there is a new beginning starting at the end of the month. Starting at the end of the month. Isn't that funny? But meanwhile, what is going on and what is really important for you is the Mercury retrograde. So the Mercury retrograde in Taurus is happening in your 11th house. And yes, it has been squaring your 8th house with Saturn. So there could have been some issues there when it has to do with the 11th house is your goals for the future, your perspective, your friends, your social circle. And the 8th house is money and assets that you share with another person or with a business partner. There is some clashes there when it comes to investments and when it comes to your goals for the future, basically. But this Mercury, which is the mind, which is, you've been thinking about this a lot. It's in Taurus, it's a real sign, and it's trining Pluto 3 times. So you are able to transform this. You are able to turn this around in a certain way. Why? Because this has been trining Pluto for 3 times. On the 28th of April, on the 25th of May, and the last chance you have between the 10th and the 11th of June, you have a chance of still making yourself very clear when it comes to your subjectives for the future to a partner, because this Pluto is in your 7th house. And what you are going to say is going to be taken by another person. So because it's so clear and it's so raw and it's so real. So actually the message for you is to be very honest, as honest as you can and as real as you can with another person in your life. That is a very, if you say, hey, but I'm single, it could be a very significant person that supports you a lot, that is very important for you. And if you are in a relationship, it's definitely your partner. So there is a conversation there, especially around the 10th, the 11th of June, that is very much needed. But that is not easy, but when you're doing it, you're going to have a lot of benefits. And it has to do with your goals for the future. So it's about talking about the future. And it also has to deal with friends and like-minded people and the positivity that you want to create out of that. So huge opportunity for you to get along with like-minded people and to make those changes in a very, very real way. And that is going to be very beneficial for you. And it could also mean if you are looking, for instance, for a job or a project or something that you want to launch, you could meet someone in your midst that is quite powerful and that can help you to make your dreams come true, so to speak. But a very enjoyable month for sure. And Mercury goes direct on the 4th of June. So, and it's going to be in Gemini again on the 14th of June, which is your 12th house. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes as well. Whilst you are being very social, whilst you are going out there and talking to people, but not just talking, it's real conversations, it's deep conversations. And but there's also behind the scenes energy going on that you are preparing yourself for. When Mercury goes in your sign, then you will all be prepared for the new stuff that you want to communicate about. And that will be more towards the 6th of July. So then Mercury goes into Cancer, and then you will have more opportunity to speak your truth, to say your truth. But there's a bit of a calculation before that, so do that. Mercury in the 12th house can be a little bit difficult when it comes to dreams, when it comes to messages that come through dreams. You know, Cancerians are very sensitive. It's a water sign, so it's all about feelings. And you could have some really interesting dreams there that has to do with your unconscious talking to you in a way. So when you dream about something and you wake up and you are all over the place, write it down, the dream, because it could give you, it's actually your feelings that are talking to you. And they could really guide you towards where you need to go, so that around the 6th of July, you know where you're heading and off you go. And at the end of the month, around the 29th of the month, it's your new moon. Every year we have a new moon in our sign, and you have that, you know, at the very end of the month. So it's new beginnings. It's a good time for a fresh start, for telling other people what you are all about and what you need in your life, and to be really, you know, healthy in that way, with good boundaries as well, you know. Not overruling others, but not letting other people overwhelm you either. So very interesting period for you, very social as well. I wish you all the best with it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.